My name is Benjamin Addom, team leader for ICTs for agriculture at CTA. CTA is the Technical Center for Agriculture and Rural Cooperation based in the Netherlands. And CTA's work is mostly promoting access to agricultural information. And then with the emergence of digital technologies, we are also at the forefront of pushing and promoting this mostly in developing nations. And our mandate is Africa, Caribbean, and Pacific countries. So we work with partners on the ground to be able to integrate digital technologies, solutions, and services into the agricultural value chain. Precision agriculture is a subset of digital agriculture. So the digital, we call it digitalisation of agriculture. So when we say digitalisation of agriculture, we are talking about 4 components. We're talking about digital solutions for agriculture. We're talking about the business development. We're talking about big data and analytics. And we're talking about the enabling environment. So the solutions need strong business model to work with smallholder farmers. And to be able to build strong business models, you need to depend on data and data analytics. That's what we are saying, that it's about business to business, B2B model. And businesses, whether financial institutions, agro input dealers and all others, they are interested in business. They want you to de-risk smallholder agriculture before they venture into doing business with smallholders. So you need to look at the business, and that's through data analytics. And then all these need to work within enabling environment, policies, strategies, exchange of knowledge, and all kinds of things that are needed for the digital solutions to work. So precision agriculture, so far at CTA, we refer to it as data-driven agriculture, because we see it as you need to provide customized, tailored services. And that's what it's all about, precision to the farmer. And to be able to provide that precision advice to the farmer, you need to know the farmer. You need to know where the farmer is located, his or her field location, polygons, GPS coordinates of the field, the crops that the farmer is growing, the local language that the farmer speaks. You need to know all this about the farmer to be able to provide precise advisory services, which we call customized, tailored services to the farmer. So that's how we see precision agriculture in developing nations. We see the potential of it because we think that it has a bright future, because the technologies are evolving every day. Location-based technologies, GPS-based technologies, where farmers are, located where they are, where the fields are, and then be able to target them and send advisory messages to them. These technologies are emerging every day. And as we explore them, it gives opportunity for precision agriculture to not only to remain in Europe, America, but also in a developing context. But the key part is, how do we make this sustainable? Because it's about business, because it costs, even though the satellite images, drones images, somebody needs to pay for it. For the satellite images, we can say it's free. It's free to access the images, but you need to process it. And to process it, it costs money. So somebody has to pay for this for the smallholder farmer to benefit. And that's the business part that we think. If we don't look at the business part, the sustainability is not guaranteed. You come out with an interesting project, at the end of the project, farmer cannot get access to the service. So unlike what is happening in Europe, whereby the farmer has everything, large-scale farmer has everything and continues to use it throughout year after year. For the smallholder farmer, we need to start thinking of, how is this going to be sustainable if we, promote these technologies for precision agriculture? So the future is bright, but we need to look at, the business part and then the enabling environment. We need government support. We need national government to develop strategies and policies to protect data, farmer data, because it's going to be the future of the gold or the oil of Africa. Once you get farmer data, you'll be able to do all kinds of businesses, and government need to take action and protect farmer data. And one other issue is to make sure that some of these become public good. So you develop, especially the farmer identity, the farmer data, you develop it such that, we don't continue duplicating. If the government develop a big national farmer database with this identity, then businesses can come and build their services on it. Instead of, at the moment, every business is duplicating, developing farmer database. So you have 10 digital solution providers in Kenya. All of them are profiling farmers separately. So they are duplicating farmers. The same farmer, 10 people will come to you to register you for their services, which is not helping. So governments need to take action and develop that as public good for businesses to build on it. It's not specific to smallholder farmers. It applies to both European, North Americans, big and large scale farmers. If we want to keep this going, if we want to develop smart farming, smart agriculture, one, we need to look at the technologies. We need to look at a number of the technologies that we are talking about here, sensors, the big data, Internet of Things, and all this that bring, the ecosystem together to work. So whether it's in developing nations or in developed nations, you need the same thing. So once you push for these technologies, you need to, I think I said it earlier, you also need to think of, the enabling environment, how it works. And then the business part, that is the future. That is the future of smart farming. If you want it to continue, then you need to take all these 4 factors into consideration. The solutions themselves, then the business part, then the data, and the enabling environment. And if we want that, then that's what we need to do, whether in developing nations or in Europe here. Yeah, I think that is it. It's not, at CTA, we try to push all these things together. We don't focus on one of them. For example, we work with the youth, the young guys in Africa that are developing the solutions. So we prepare them, we train them, we help them develop the digital skills to be able to manage the solutions. We work with the farmer organizations to be able to understand the value of the data so that they don't give their data freely to businesses. They know their rights. We work with government to develop codes of conduct for the use of farmer data, open data and closed data, as people talk about it. So we work in these areas. We also work with European partners to build the business skills of some of our startups in Africa. Okay, some of the young startups, companies that are evolving every day. So we partner with European, partners to support our startups to be able to build the business skills and all that is needed for their startups to continue to grow, not to collapse. And then finally, we work with the government, the national government, to develop strategies and policies. We work with NEPAD, the new Partnership for Africa's Development, to develop standards for the use of drones across the continent. So it's an agreement, it's a commitment that countries in Africa should open up you know, not to be too much skeptical about the drones, but drones can be used for development purposes, can be used within the agricultural sector, can be used within the health sector. So that's the approach that CTA takes. We take all this into combination to be able to, promote smart farming and precision agriculture in developing nations. Again, it's a bit different because when you come here into Europe, the precision agriculture is very precise, very, very precise. But when you go to Africa, based on the situation of the farmers, scattered fields, small fields, mixed cropping, illiteracy, all those factors, affect the precision, messages and advice that we give to farmers. But the potential is huge. So, my advice is, look, let's partners from Europe explore this in Africa, and we will see the future of smart farming impacting the life of smallholder farmers.